So we're meeting with Dr. Michelle Cohen, a body language expert, to gain more insight into Adam's polygraph. And if she believes there's any truth to what he said. We asked her to walk us through the footage.
So I went around the back into the house, which the door was open. I got a knife from their butcher block thing, came back out, cut her down, and probably called 911 short after, if not before.
What was your analysis initially from this behavior?
All right, there is part of the brain called Broca's area, which is associated with speech. So in many tests, they have found that Broca's area is tightly associated with the hand movements. Hands usually go before, body goes before brain. So what we're seeing here is he is sort of reenacting. I went around the back, I went into the kitchen, got a butcher block knife.
I went around the back into the house, which the door was open. I got a knife from their butcher block thing.
So he's acting it out with his hand. This usually means telling the truth. People don't usually lie with their hands when they are demonstrative. So this was a positive sign that he was not lying.
Did at any point think she was alive?
Call me a can-do person or something, but probably not. But I thought, how would I answer if I didn't try something?
He sits up, jolts up in his seat. That shows anxiety to me. He puts his arm down. What I'm seeing is a lot of head movement, so that can mean that he's not sure about how to answer the question. So there's no definitive no or yes, but he's moving his head around.
I mean, does it seem to you like it's a suicide then at that point?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Okay, boom. Right there, his head is slightly turning to the left and right.
Does it seem to you like it's a suicide then at that point?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
If you look at it really closely, and I really did a slow analysis of the head turn, when someone's saying no, and their head's doing this, usually they're lying. So let's take a look at that again.
Does it seem to you like it's a suicide then at that point?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Dr. Cohen, there's going to be people who watch this video, and then half of them are going to say, I believe him, and then there's going to be another half that are going to say, no, I think he's being deceitful. Summarize for us as to why people would come to those conclusions.
Based on the various body techniques that he's incorporated with anxiety, possible dishonesty, discomfort, I think people are going to see those, such as the lunging, such as the stuttering,
if I didn't try something,
such as the qualifying statements that he makes, trying to make himself out to be a good guy.
call me a can-do person or something, but
Those are things that I see that are a little questionable. It could be nerves. It could be fatigue. Reliving the fatigue, reliving the trauma of what he saw.
Well, one thing for sure is he's not a cool cucumber.
No, he's not.
No.
But he does have a few moments of that closed body language too, especially when they're talking about the suicide. He turns his hand around
yes, absolutely.
and his arm, and he's a little more protective. And that's something that really triggered me to think, wait a minute. All along he's been cool and collected. Now, the body language for the most part is comfortable. He's leaning back. He has the open arm gestures.
I thought she was there when Max got hurt, supposedly. Maybe she just can't live with it. I've never been in that situation. I'm not going to say that I could, especially with someone else's kid,
Yeah.
This speaks honesty to me.
You've given two perspectives. There's only really one question to ask. What do you believe? Is Adam Shacknai telling the truth based on his behavior, or is he being deceptive?
Weighing the two sides, weighing the different clusters of body behaviors that I observed, I don't get that Adam Shacknai is a conniving, clever, antisocial personality disorder person who knows how to do an interview or a polygraph test. I just don't get that from him. I think he's fatigued, exhausted. So I would say he's telling the truth.
Dr. Cohen believes that Adam Shacknai, the only other known person on that property the night of Rebecca's death, was telling the truth. So if he didn't murder her, did an unknown person break in? Is that who wrote the message on the door?